Hello YouTube, we are here with Jordan. He has just done something amazing at the Northern Irish Open. Jordan, why don't you say what you did?
I placed third at the Northwich Open with Gren Maju out of 56 players.
Out of how many players, sorry?
56.
56 players, amazing, well done. Yeah, really interesting to see what you played. So let's have a look, see what's in the deck.
Yeah, so start with the main deck. So move it away. So we had three of the main card in the deck, Gren Maju. Sandal basically just banished a load of cards from my deck and put this guy on board, and literally he gains 400 attack for every card I have banished, not my opponent as well. If it was, then that'd be really quite cool, but unfortunately not. So we have three of the main monsters in the deck.
Nice.
And we have three of the Gizmek Orochi.
Perfect card, isn't it? Banishes 8.
Yeah, banish 8 to summon himself, and also we can summon this on the opponent's turn and go, my turn, banish 3 cards from face down from my extra. So it's another card banished from Gren Maju to pop some monster face on the board as well, so like interruptions as well, which is quite good. Next we have 3 of the best hand trap in the game, I think. This stops a lot of plays, so it stops Tribal Gauge, stops Phantom Knights, it stops a lot of people, because it's basically a Macrocosmos. But I have to have no cards in the graveyard, so for me, I'd rather have this in open hand than anything else as well. Which is really good.
Yeah, card is broken. It's got setbacks, but if you can play it,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Very good.
Then we have 2 Eater of Minions. So this is basically another card that gets a lot of cards out of the way with banishing. So Eater Minions, I banish 5 cards or more from my hand, field, or extra face down. And then he summons himself. He has an effect that starts a damage step. If this card battles opponent's monster, you can banish opponent's monster face down. So this can out Dragoon.
Nice.
Very
easily. Good.
So you base out Dragoons the game, and you just go summon this on board, and basically you go attack and effect face down, and literally you have no Dragoon in the way.
Very good.
We're playing Danger Package, so we're playing 3 Bigfoot. This one's just to get rid of face-up cards, so like anti-spell fragrance, which hurts us quite a bit, and just other interactions that I don't want on board as well. And then the other danger we're playing is Thunderbird as well, which pops face down cards, including face down monsters as well.
Nice.
Which is really good as well. So basically, against back row decks, if I'm against back row decks, I leave this card in because it's really, really good against them. Next we're playing Fairy Tale Luna.
Very good.
This card is really good because we're also playing the Kaiju package, which is 3 Gamma and 3 Godala. So Luna interacts with these really well, so you give this to your opponent, summon the Luna sets for herself, and then other Luna's effect is quick effects. You can target a face of monster opponent controls, bounce it to hand. They can negate that by sending another card of the type that you targeted from extra or main deck. But if you give them your own Kaiju, usually they don't mean Kaijus, so you just get a summon and a free bounce back, and you just summon all your monsters and kill them.
And you can even summon the Kaiju again. So if they've got more than one monster, you can summon the Kaiju again. Breaking boards, left, right, and centre.
3 of Alpha, which is another break boards. It's the same thing as Luna. Summon itself, target beast warrior, win beast on the board, return to the hand, and then return your opponent, so you can summon them again. So you can get rid of a card on the board, summon him back, and literally he's really, really good for the deck.
Nice.
And he's level 8 as well, which helps out a little extra.
Perfect.
On to spells, we play 3 Pot of Desires. Standards, banish 10, draw 2. If we get Ash, it's fine. We have 10 cards banished ready for Gren, which is on 4k, which is already really, really good.
Perfect card.
Yeah. Then we play 2 Pots of Extravagance.
So I think a lot of viewers might ask, did this not conflict with the Pot of Desires? Did you ever find that conflicted at all?
So I did a little bit, but once. So there was a time when I was playing against round 3 when I was playing against Dino, and I drew Kaiju for turn, and I should have extraved, not Desires, because I banished the other 2 Godalas off my Desires and I had a Kaiju Slumber in hand, which lost me that game.
Makes sense.
But like other than that, it's done fine. Like I can summon my dangers fine. I don't need to draw for them. At times where I wanted to draw, but at the same time I was like, I can still do stuff as well and stop my opponent, and then proceed to do draws next turn. It was confident a little bit, but not that much.
Not that much. I mean, you came third, so
yeah,
it mustn't have hindered you too much.
No, not so much. Then we play in 3 Slumber.
Nice, good card.
Just blows up the whole board and makes you summon the Kaiju to the board. and and also you can banish from grave to search for a kaiju if you need one to out Dragoon or anything on board that I can't get rid of, like the Draco Future Dragon, which I can knock out by battle or destruction, so Kaiju's work against that as well.
Nice.
The one cool buy, I was not main, so in my deck on Friday night, I was not maining this, and then I decided to put it in at the last minute, which came up a little bit against Lancia, because that hurts us a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
And then 3 trading, because I have a load of 8, so discard Danger, gets effects, draw 2, discard Gizmek, gets some graveyard for interruptions as well.
Very synergistic.
And then 1 Monster Reborn, which came up quite a bit because I Monster Reborn back UCT, and the person couldn't do much about that. I Monster Reborn a Dragoon. This card's really, really good against cards. If you get rid of if you Kaiju your opponent's monster, the main monster, and then monster to your side of the field, they really can't do much after that.
Nice.
Onto the edge deck. Dark Dragoon, Winder, Fafnir. You're wondering why I have these cards in here, but the side deck has the main card for all these cards in my edge deck.
I think we've got a little bit of a preview in the side there, actually, maybe. Can you show us, why don't you show us all of the targets?
Yeah, sure thing. So we've got Kigari, Agnes Infant, Prank Doodle, Hextia, Dragon Link, Hextia, Hyraxial, Banish, and Omen. The reason I'm playing all 10 of these targets is because in the side I have 3 Ghost Reaper.
Nice.
Because my extra deck doesn't really matter.
Spicy.
Okay. So I thought I would be playing against lots of meta decks at Islands. I only played against 1 or 2. And the Reaper only came in clutch once, which was against Altergeist, which didn't really do much. So I didn't see any Tri Brigade, didn't see any Droidtron, didn't see any Green that much. And I was like, I thought I'd see more of this, but I didn't see Fancy, but it just didn't come up. He loads. So I was playing this because I thought my deck's not that great. I can just use these instead.
It was a good idea, definitely.
And then we go on to the 5 cards which I actually do use, but I only summon 1 or 2 of them. So we have Anima, Ding, and then the Dragoon package.
Draglubian
package.
Yep.
Which is Hope, Draglubian number 101. I didn't summon this at all. The only one I did summon the whole weekend was Ding twice, because Ding to get rid of the Dragoon, and also there's other bits and bobs which I couldn't out. I didn't summon this because I didn't have Eater on board really that much, and there wasn't anything in the opponent's column to steal with Anima, so there's no point in me summoning this. This could have came up, but I already had game on board, so there's no point in me summoning this to overextend.
Just kind of win more, really, at that point.
Yeah, it was just I would summon this if I knew I didn't have game, but most times I was, so there was no point in me summoning it.
Perfect.
For side, it's 3 obviously explaining the 3 Ghost Reaper.
Spicy tech.
Yeah, just literally reveal the card in the action deck and banish the rest of the cards for the opponents.
Lovely. Nothing more to say,
No,
really.
not really.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
I thought the card would come up a lot more, but it only came up once, which was unfortunate. Back row destruction, got Harpy's Red Luster and 2 Lightning Storms. These came in clutch against old guys, so the person had a full back row set. I Lightning Stormed them, they Judgment, and I went Harpy's Red Luster, and after that they can do them much.
Yeah.
They just set the whole hand, and I was like, okay, I'll just destroy your whole board next turn then. 3 different dimension grounds. This card's really good if you don't have Shifter. So I side these in it. So game 2 or game 3, if I know I'm going first, I'll side these in, because this card's really, really good against anything that needs the graveyard. And then 3 definitely 1, because all my monsters are different types except for Eater and Gren, which does conflict, but it didn't at all. And I had this under Earth Machine, so round game 2 you can do nothing against it at all.
Wow.
And then 3 Sun Limit, because sometimes I don't really summon that much unless I know I will need to get rid of this first, then summon my whole board. But a lot of decks do need to summon more than twice. So once I summon the second monster, I can't do much really. Unless I have the removal for it.
So lots of going first cards. Did you find that a lot of your opponents made you go first if you won round 1?
Yeah. So they didn't think I was going to side in for going first cards. So if I knew that some of it was... some of them would maybe go seconds. So what I'll do is I usually side in 1 of my going first cards, just in case I seen it in my hand. So usually I'll side in a dimension ground, or there can be 1. and like that was really much like was going on. But like sometimes I'll literally go second, and then in game 3 they'll go first, and just I'll side all my going second cards if I know I'm going first, so like my Kaiju's, my Slumbers, and sometimes the Dangers or Alphas, and put in all my game first cards. And then game 3, if I know I'm going to go second, I take them all back out and put the Kaiju back in.
Perfect.
It's easier.
Yeah, brilliant. Perfect. Well done, Jordan. Really well done. It was a fantastic achievement. Did you have any shouts out at all?
Yeah, shout out to Hobby Vault for helping out with the deck. The consistency was a bit weird. It was 45, and then obviously we had a lot of talk and how about consistency, moving it downwards and everything, which is really, really great as well. And also shout out to Team Whirlwind, which I'm part of as well. They helped out with the extra deck with the Reaper targets as well.
Perfect. Brilliant. Well, as I said, well done, Jordan. Really good achievement. And hopefully we'll see you more on the channel.
Yeah,
thank you very much.